Coach Kiffin, and we have Robert Woods and Matt Barkley.
Oh, yes. Sorry, buddy. Oh, man. No, it's good. Oh, it smells.
Okay, really good team win today. Really proud of the guys. I thought they did a really good job preparing this week. Talked about being the hardest Tuesday we've had. Very physical Tuesday and Wednesday practices. Challenge to prepare like we were playing the best team in the world and really get better individually in our three phases of the game. So outside of our penalties in the first half, I thought that our guys did a great job, how they responded at halftime to a very critical conversation and talk about penalties, and I thought they fixed it. And a lot of that had to do with the leaders stepping up. So good team win, historic day. I mean, we just saw so many things happen today. You know, been playing for 124 years here, and you know, we watched the most touchdown passes ever in the history of a game. Today was 7. We watched Matt tie his own record of 6 again for the 4th time, I think. And we watched the most touchdown passes in the history of a career. And then with Robert over here, not only does he break the all-time receiving record with a year and a half still left, he's going to announce that he's coming back here pretty soon. He catches 4 touchdowns today, which has never been done either. So just an unbelievable day, and I think they did it, basically in a half of football because they got pulled so quick. Question?
Matt, with all the great quarterbacks that have played in this conference, from Elway to Plunkett to the guys from USC, what does it mean to have the most touchdown passes in a career?
It's special. It's definitely an honor to be named with guys like that, and I'll take credit, but I mean, I've been here for 4 years, so hopefully we put some production during all those 4 years. But it's a special day to be able to celebrate it with Robert and all the guys on the team. You know, the offensive line and wideouts have done an unbelievable job, and Coach Kiffin with the play calling. So it's very, very special to me to be able to represent USC in that manner.
Coach, next 5 games, is that considered the true test of the season?
Well, we're not looking at it that way. You know, 1 week at a time. We had a challenge this week to come in here as a heavy favorite and make sure that we played really well, and I thought our guys did that. And now we got to go out of LA for the last time of the year. Going to a place that obviously we're going to have a heat factor with the noon kickoff and a great offense, one that I think runs as many plays as anybody in the country. So we're going to have to go back to work and have a great week of preparation and get better.
What did you say to them on the sideline there right before you guys went in at halftime? What was that conversation about?
Yeah, it just really was about Trojan football, and we weren't doing that. We looked really undisciplined, and it looked really bad. And I felt bad for our fans. I felt bad for our former players. We talk all the time to our guys about all our players that love watching these guys play. And we get texts from those guys all the time. And to go out like that, it just looked really bad, and it was also taken away from a really special day.
Robert, when you think about the same thing, Dwayne Jarrett and Steve Smith and those type of names, and know you're right there above them, what does that mean to you, especially being a local Southern California?
I grew up watching all those receivers ever since I understood USC football. Growing up and seeing them play, as I accomplish what I did today, I don't see myself above them. I just see myself being a part of them as an elite group. But I just feel like I'm following their footsteps to be a great receiver at USC, and Marquise is right next behind me.
Matt, what did you see when you checked off? Did you go from run to a pass, 1, and 2? What did you see to make you check off for the touchdown pass?
It was actually a play that had a run and a pass already in it. I could do either, but they were playing. It was either cover 0, cover 1, where they were pressing all the outside receivers, and they loaded the box to where it wouldn't have been a good run play. So it was just a last-second check that we've done a lot in practice, and guys knew what to do. It was a real quick check, and they heard the signal and got it out. I think with 1 second left or something like that. So I'm glad they all knew what to do, and just put it up for Robert. And that was history.
Wayne, going with the no huddle today, was that something that you have wanted to do all season, or you felt like maybe it was a good idea to kind of kickstart the offense with the offense?
Yeah, it's something that we practiced throughout the year, and just kind of we're waiting for the right time, and just really felt and went with the emphasis of attacking, and really not worrying about who we were playing and coming out firing and making sure that we weren't taking them lightly. So really it was about that emphasis for our players to challenge them to play really fast. What we did, it kept our 3 receivers on the field, which we had been playing a lot of base the last 2 weeks with a fullback, so we put Nelson in there. And really helped us be able to see what they were doing, and Matt did a great job with it. And I didn't even mention the conference record of completion percentage. He was 95% completion today, and he has a drop. So I mean, Curtis catches that pass was 20 for 20. That's pretty amazing. And he tried to go back in the game because he heard on the headset that T. Martin had the record. And still the record's held by T. Martin, so he lobbied to go back in. And T actually wanted him to go back in.
Coach, you said earlier that you were disappointed with the penalties and the team played a little undisciplined, but you got to be proud of your defense. They didn't give up a touchdown, even though Colorado was in the red zone about three or four times in the game.
Yeah, I thought they did a really good job outside of the penalties on defense. I thought we played really good defense. We played a bunch of guys in there. We got our guys out really fast, so we had a low play count for those frontline guys and got other guys experience. And like you guys, a year. That's been our emphasis. We can get to a point to get these guys out of the game and stay healthy, and I think we were able to do that for the most part today too, outside of Andre.
Matt, was it important today to just kind of get that feeling back of completing passes and moving the offense and stuff after having some ups and downs before today?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the no-huddle did help with that in terms of the passing game. It was a little more pass-oriented, and we were moving the ball, keeping the defense on their toes. And we were completing passes, whether they were shorter passes, and we, the second play, whatever that was a deep pass that worked out pretty well. And so I think that rhythm that we got into a faster pace worked for us. And so regardless of where we do it or not next week, I think that did set a good pace for us and got us kind of back on our feet.
Robert, when they after your record that they showed you on the video monitor, you took that time to acknowledge Olivia. What were you thinking during that time?
Just going out there and actually living what she told me, her last words, being a role model, and I just felt like I'm just thanking her right then and there, just going out there, doing my assignment, and just felt like everything she lived for and fought for, that it's kind of like a breakthrough, and like I felt like I made it, just to be along with those group guys in the super group.
Clint, it was about the seventh game last year that you guys offensively really turned the corner, so to speak. I know it's Colorado. Do you feel any similarities, like this offense is close to that point?
Yeah, I think that really was just, the seasons have been pretty similar. We took off like we talked about this week. Matt had thrown the same amount of touchdowns this week coming in, and I'm sure with the 95% completion, he probably put himself right back up where he was. So I'm going to guess through 7 games, he's probably now ahead of where he was through 7 games. So like I tried to say all along, I think you got to take the whole year for an evaluation. I know it's your job to do it every week, but take the whole season evaluation, because sometimes you're on the road a lot, playing some better defenses, and so that I try to wait for the whole thing to come together before we evaluate it. And I think this is another example, just like the year before.
Matt, did you have any idea that there was going to be that video tribute on the board? And as it was happening, what were you thinking and feeling?
No, did not expect that at all, and I was surprised when I looked up and saw Matt and Carson up there, and then the rest of the LA sports figures, and that was pretty special to be recognized by them. The best in the business at what they do, and them being hometown LA residents as well. It was something special to for USC to kind of be in that category. Was really cool.
Matt, despite being 5-1 coming into this game, there really wasn't a whole lot of talk after each game of being satisfied with the victory. Is there at least a little bit of sense of satisfaction after this victory, especially being at home again?
I think we have a better feeling in our stomachs after this win, at least from the offensive side. And we're always going to say there's something to correct, and the penalties and being more disciplined is one of those things. But I think the way we put points on the board early and how we moved the ball, you have a happy feeling after this game with what Robert did and what I did. That feels pretty good.
Matt, for a guy who dreamed about playing quarterback here, not only to do that, but to do it so well and to set records, what is that like beyond your wildest dreams?
Yeah, it's something I did dream of as a kid, and not the records. I didn't even think about those. I didn't even know what those were. But to be able to be here for 4 years, living those dreams out as a senior, and it's something cool, and never really thought would happen, but I'm trying to soak it up.
Coach, with the toughest part of your schedule ahead, is there anything you feel this team needs to improve upon?
Me?
Yeah.
Like Coach Kiffin said, we need to play more disciplined. Past couple of weeks, we have a lot of personal fouls. We're going to fix that on Sunday and take a part of it on Monday, actually live it out. But other than that, we just got to play better all around still. A lot of games left. Just got to keep producing.
You referenced not playing Trojan football. Was that specifically the penalties, or was it the turnovers also? Or?
No, it was. I mean, turnovers obviously you don't want to have. We had 2 and we got 6. We got 6 in the game. It was totally about penalties and undisciplined penalties. It was just a bad feeling. That's not who we want to be. That's not the product we want to put out there to represent this university. And so it was just really upsetting and ugly.
Did you see Leonard's punch, and what did you think of it?
I didn't really see it. I saw a clip really quick on the scoreboard. I was going to pull him anyway and kick him out of the game anyway from what I saw. So they didn't have to do it.
Are you concerned that you'll lose him for at some point of the next?
I don't know that. I know there's a specific rule, and I think that goes to the conference. So we'll see.
Coach, what impressed you about the second unit play on offense and defense? I'm wondering if anyone stood out to you.
Yeah, I thought it was great to get those guys in. A bunch of guys making plays on defense with the interceptions and then the sacks. Kevin Green having 2 big sacks, I think, on the day. And then on offense, for the backup quarterbacks to go in, obviously they haven't been able to play very much, to go 4 for 5, and it was good to see a bunch of guys got experience to play.
What do you think about Drew's first half?
Yeah, Drew had a great half. Drew's had a really good season. He just found more roles for him. There's a number of times he put all 3 safeties in at the same time, so that he can play. So it's great to see him, and he's been fighting through some injuries. So we're really proud of Drew.
You had talked about hoping that the passing game would start hitting stride as you got to this point in the season. Do you feel today that you guys have hit your stride that way?
Well, we're not going to overreact to one game, just like just like the week before. The sky wasn't falling. Matt can still throw pretty good. So we still got a lot of work to do, but it was good. It was good to see, and it was a good feel to have, obviously. And I think we really felt this was going to happen. I don't know that I could have told you 95% completion. It's tough to do on error, but I really felt we were going to move the ball really well, and we just really liked their matchups. That's why you saw so much pass early. The games usually called about matchups.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.